Hey guys, this is Alicia. Today I'm super excited. I am going to be making my first tutorial ever, yay. And I love making flowers, so I really wanted it to be a flower tutorial. I had been watching YouTube videos for about a year now, and I just recently had the nerve to start making videos because I wanted to be able to make video responses for the challenges. And then I decided, okay, I started watching videos and I got inspired by it, so it's just fair for me to pay it forward and start sharing some of my ideas and, helping inspire others. So this is why I'm creating a tutorial today. I love making flowers, and my favorite flower to make, the one that I find easiest to make, is the organza fabric flowers. Now, I'm not going to be able to put any links down below because I've been watching flower videos for a while, and then I just took bits and pieces of what I learned off of each video and created my own flower. So the easiest way to make this flower, now look at this, guys. I really love how dimensional and vintage it looks. So I'll show you guys how I came up with this. Now, one thing about the videos that I've watched, everybody puts dimensions and they make it really easy for you to be able to copy the flowers that they make. What I found is easier. It's just to take, a bunch of fabric, and then I take the toppers from my spools and I use that as a template. And I fold the fabric, as many times as you need, as many petals as you want. You'll be folding your fabric over it, and then I just kind of cut around it and just keep going. And then that way I don't have to worry about measurements. I just make them all the same size. That's the important thing. As long as they're all the same size, you're fine. And then if you want to make some smaller ones to do like the inside of it, you can. What I found is best is once you start making it, you make your first, second, or third, and then you figure out what works and how to keep going. So anyway, so here's the petals. This is how I created the petals. This flower, I believe I used 10 or 12, depending on the size. And then and you'll see why. Because you can make them all the same size. And then here's some petals that I started making. You can make them all the same size, and then you will find out that they're not all going to be the same size at the end. Because when you start burning down the edges, you're accidentally going to burn. See this? They were both the same size, and then look, one just came out. I shrunk one more than the other, but then that works because when you're layering them, then you can just use the smaller ones for the insides. Okay, so here's my candle. Now, for the candle, I found that if you use a candle that's in a dish, in a deeper dish, it helps you kind of measure the heat, because you're not really burning the fabric. You're using the heat around the flame to shrink your petals. And a lot of girls use tweezers. I have acrylic, gel nails, and I use my nails as my tool a lot of the times. But depending how deep, and you'll see when you put it down in, I don't know if let's hope it shows. Alright, I'm going to try it and see if it shows you guys how the candle, see that candle is not, It's too bright. Sorry guys, I'm gonna move it here a little bit. Alright, let's find out, see how the flame is kind of all over the place. I don't want it to be like that. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're taking the circle one at a time, and what I like to do is fold it twice. So do one this way, or fold it another this way. That way it gives it a little bit more dimension, and it is also faster, because that's why I came up with this method. I got so tired of doing one cut at a time and then doing the edges and then layering it. I thought it was taking forever. Okay, so once you folded it twice, you can pinch it with the tweezers right at the edge. And then I'm going to get as close to the flame as possible. Let's see, it's kind of showing it. You see that? There we go. See how the heat is burning it. And I hope you guys can see this. Here, I'm going to use this for it. Okay. See how it kind of distresses the edges, and you just keep going. Make, like I said, make at least 12, and you will see, depending on how close you get to the heat, it's how much it will. See, there we go again. And then once you make your first flower, you'll know what kind of look you get based on how these get, how they shrink. All right, so let's put it together, because I am going on 7 minutes and I don't want this to be a very long, boring tutorial. All right, so I have a bunch of petals here, and I'm just going to use this so you guys can see how I'm doing it. Okay, for the centers, I just took a bunch of like cardboard from things that I purchased at the store, and then I folded it and I created these squares. Because again, let's pick one. Here we go. I just wanted, you know, they tell you can make circles this size, and no, you could just use scraps of cardboard that you have left over. And then once you have the square, all you really have to do is cut the corners off and make kind of a circle, but not really. It just has to be kind of round, and you'll see why. Okay, and now I'm not in frame anymore. Okay. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. So you're gonna take your glue gun, and we're gonna start layering it. I like to do the outside first. I found it's easier. And you're gonna take all your petals from the very corner and start putting them together. Now again, you can use tweezers. I like to use my nails, because then I can just peel off the extra glue at the end. So I'm not too worried about getting it on my fingers or burning it, because I'm just using my nails. Okay, so here's the tricky part. When you're layering it, just make sure that you are getting them close enough so there's no holes in between the petals. And then you'll see as you are putting your flower together where to fill up the spaces. Okay. And see, this it's kind of a smaller petal, so you could just take, see, I'm doing 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 5 on the outside. Oh, sorry guys, I'm not in frame anymore. Again, I'm sorry, this is my first video, so I'm hoping that as time goes by, I'm gonna not move and ramble as much. Okay, so this is how you close it. I put, again, 5 petals on the outside. And because we folded these, you're going to have to push it down, because there's going to be four layers of fabric, and if you just glued the bottom one, then the top's going to be all over. So you have to make sure that you get it either with tweezers or with your nail, whatever you want to do. Make sure you get it all the way down so every layer gets a bit of glue. Now for the inside of it, what I like to do is just go in between the petals, put dab of glue there, and then depending on how much you want to cover the holes, that's how far you'll know you go in for that. See how there's this big space in between these? So I'm just going to do the inside and glue it down on that side to cover it. And then you just keep going around. Sometimes I just like to put a big thing of hot glue all over it, and then this just means that you have to go work fast. And then see, I don't like how that one covers that side, so I'm gonna do it on this side. And there's really no wrong way of doing this, because the whole point of this flower to me is that it looks vintage and distressed and old, so it doesn't have to look perfect. I say the more imperfect the better, because then they all look different. Okay, and then I'm going to put one last one in there. And okay, here we go. Now when you're done with your flower, see this one, I'm looking at the camera and looking at the flower, so I'm just kind of putting it all over. You can see where the holes are. If you see, to me this looks super cute because it's kind of all over the place, but not really. Okay, and then I ordered these on eBay because I saw everybody has these cameos that are super cute, but then they're kind of expensive when you buy them already made. So I got, these are called cameo settings, and you just have to make sure, you got to look at the sizes. These, I didn't want them small. I believe these are the 10 millimeters, what they're called. And then you just have to worry about putting something inside that's big enough. See, I made one like this. And all you really do, and I like to use I love using this glue gun because it metal, paper, fabric, kind of puts everything together. Only problem is you have all these funny hairs. So all I did is take this tiny little paper flower from Wild Orchid Crafts and then glued it to the middle, and now I have a middle of it. So you put some hot glue, watch the fingers, and then just press it down in the middle. And this will also help you press it down if you have any loose layers. Don't worry about it, because at the end, the very last, okay, still fresh, the center, okay, I waited too long. Let's try this again. That's the one thing with glue, you have to act fast with this hot glue. Okay, yay, it works. So there we are, and I only used 13 minutes to make this flower. So I hope you guys like them, have fun with them, just experiment with the sizes and how you layer them, and then you'll come up with your own creation. And thank you for watching, you guys. Hope this was useful, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Bye bye.